Hey everybody, my name is Timothy Gilbee, and today I'll be teaching you the basics of playing a trumpet or cornet. Now, first thing you gotta do before you even worry about the instrument, you gotta make sure that your posture and your hand position on the instrument is correct. So, for sitting purposes, you just wanna make sure that you are on the edge of your seat, not leaned back up against the back, and that you are basically standing from the hips up. That just means you're holding yourself upright. It's a straight line from the top of your head all the way down your spine. Make sure that your feet are also firmly on the ground. You don't have your legs crossed or anything like that. You need to have a good, stable foundation to where you can just sit and play for long, extended periods of time. Whenever you're holding the trumpet, you need to make sure that you know how each hand is supposed to sit. For your left hand, it is the hand that actually holds the instrument the most. You need to put your ring finger in the ring right here. Some people will also put their pinkies in the ring if their hands are small. My pinky rests right beside the ring. These two fingers wrap right around this valve right here. So the left hand mostly looks like this, and then the thumb sits in the saddle right here. And then now you can hold the trumpet with this hand. Now, your other hand is what you use to play the trumpet mostly, as in you actually move the valves with it. The three middle fingers rest on top of these valves. The pinky finger rests on top of this, and then the thumb sits in between the first and second valve right here. So your right hand will look something like this. So altogether, whenever you just pick up your trumpet, it should look like this from both sides. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, before we actually worry about the instrument itself and playing it, we are going to take off the mouthpiece and just worry about buzzing and making an embouchure, which is how your mouth is. You don't have to have a coffee strainer or anything like this, but this is a trick that I've learned that really helps make sure you put the mouthpiece in the right spot on the mouth and can get a good buzz. So, what I'm going to show you is I will put the coffee strainer in my mouth, I will thread it through the mouthpiece, so I'll pull the mouthpiece over the coffee strainer, and then I'll be blowing air the entire time. So as soon as I put this in, blow air, put this over, and then whenever I reach around and pull out the coffee strainer, it should be to where I am making a good buzz. It should sound something like this. See, it just went straight from me blowing air into a buzz. If you don't have a coffee strainer, it's fine. You can still set this up. You just need to make sure that you put it on the right spot on the mouth. It shouldn't be to the right or to the left any. It also should not be up or down any on the mouth. It should be set right in between the two lips, directly in the center. So, whenever you're doing this, you need to make sure that your embouchure is also correct. The corners of your mouth should sit where they normally sit on your face. It should almost be like an anchor is holding them to the sides right there, and then they just tighten up just a little bit whenever you go to play. Also, with your lips, they should not push out or be pulled back any at all whenever you're playing. They should just sit normally. The pitch of the buzz doesn't matter as long as you get a buzz sound. Now I'm going to add the mouthpiece back to the trumpet and try some of this again. The next thing you need to worry about is articulation. Articulation is where you actually stop the sound or separate different notes. Now, whenever you do articulation, you're not going to stop and start the air. You need to keep a constant flow of air, and you stop it and start it, each note, with the tongue. So, for instance, if you say the word ta, 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 where the tongue hits in the mouth is where it needs to hit whenever you do articulation. It should hit the top of the mouth, a little bit behind the front teeth. Everybody's a little different. Whenever I do this, I'll blow a constant stream of air, and then I'll use my tongue, kind of like how I said the word ta, to make sure that I separate all the notes. It should sound something like this. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you at first, as long as you get clear distinction between the notes. I hope that this has really helped some of y'all out. See y'all next time.